course, for his extraordinary legacy, without whom we wouldn't have a free nation. And we're honored to have you here today. Now, we usually have our guests read George Washington's prayer for his country, which comes out of the last letter, public letter that he wrote to the governors of the states before he gave up his commission. I asked David Schmidt, one of the directors of the film, to do that, after which Kim and Sarah, you can lay the wreath. And then is the gate open back here?
Yes.
Yeah. So after he reads, you can take the wreath in there.
George Washington's letter to the governors. I now make it my earnest prayer that God would have you and the state over which you preside in his holy protection, that he would incline the hearts of the citizens to cultivate a spirit of subordination and obedience to government, to entertain a brotherly affection and love for one another, for their fellow citizens of the United States at large, and particularly for their brethren who have served in the field, and finally, that he would most graciously be pleased to dispose us all to do justice, to love mercy, and to demean ourselves with that charity, humility, and pacific temper of mind, which were the characteristics of the divine author of our blessed religion, and without an humble imitation of whose example in these things we can never hope to be a happy nation.
Amen.
Lift the whole thing. Take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Tripod.
Take two.
Easy to take the whole
Easy.
tripod.
Yeah.
In front of the agenda. Go ahead and put it in the camera. Watch your step. Madam Regent, do you want to join? Oh, please. Oh, yes, please.
Let's put the roses between the pillars.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Everyone in the news programs every single morning, this is George Washington's just think how much it's important.
And let's head over to the
Thank you.
Let's head over to the slave memorial. It's right over here.
Mr. Burns, a big fan of your work. Thank you
you.
for taking your time to be here.
Oh, no, thank you.
Where are you from?
From just north of Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, I would love to have you on our podcast sometime. Well, I do talk a lot about
Good. I'm looking forward to that.
drones and how we're going to have.
I have, yeah. I've been a host for like 15 years.
Oh, yeah?
That's a highlight, yeah. But, I have some lights. They're kind of, they won't take up a lot of space. I'm sure. Is that fine? Well, I have radio next to the house.
Go get my coffee. It's by the bench.
We also have funders like you guys, but we also have the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, PBS itself, the Better Angels Society, and the Arthur Vining Davis Foundations and Bank of America, among many, many other contributors to this project. And we're very, very grateful for their support. So what Paul and I were just talking about is obviously the original plan that we'd worked out is that we would show 7 clips from ranging across the series that Sarah and Dave and I made over the last 10 years, totaling 52 minutes. But then we got to thinking, this is the last road stop, and you really deserve to see the whole thing, not just be parachuted in. And so the security people have blocked off the roads, and if I shut up, you'll be out by, oh, that's not too bad, about 6:40 tomorrow morning. Now listen, I gotta warn you, it's gonna rain later on. But it's nothing compared to what Washington's troops at Valley Forge experienced.
This is magic. This is magic.
I think I'm a little ahead of my skis here. This is a sign. No, we are going to show 7 clips totaling 52 minutes. The first is the intro from episode 1, the overture we call it. If it needs an introduction, we're in big trouble. The second clip is an early biography, one of many, many, about Washington after he's begun the task of taking over and running the Continental Army, from our second episode. Also from our second episode is a scene after Lexington and Concord. Independence was not on everyone's minds. They still thought there was some way to work it out. But in January of 1776, a pamphlet is published in the United States that begins to change everything for just about everybody with patriot inclinations. We'll then skip to our 4th episode and deal with a particular battle that happens after Washington makes a second mistake on the battlefield. He'd done so at Long Island, the biggest battle of the Revolution, and he does it again at Brandywine and loses. And then he sends General Anthony Wayne to see if he can somehow keep the British from taking over Philadelphia. Many of Wayne's men are massacred in an event called the Paoli Massacre, and the British take Philadelphia. This is the scene that follows that. Then we cut to our 5th episode, and it's right after the terrible winter at Valley Forge. They're still trapped there, ensconced there, trying to get their army together. And there's been talk of mutiny against Washington all winter. Many of his officers have deserted and gone home to sort of reap the profits that take place in war, either with the British or with the Continental Congress. And then we go to another part of our 5th episode and show another moment that happens that leads into an important battle of the Revolution. You'll meet, or you'll be referenced, a guy named Joseph Plum Martin, who we've been following since episode 3. He signs up at 15 years old. We have a 14-year-old from Massachusetts who signed up for the Patriot Cross. Joseph Plum Martin arrives just in time to fight in the biggest battle, the Battle of Long Island, which is a defeat. And I thought you'd just like to know that these are people that you'll meet, many of whom you've spent many times before. Then we will... Now, wait a second. Does everyone know how this turns out? Spoiler alert. So if you're in the middle of the Battle of Monmouth and you don't want to find out what happens, please do not watch the 7th and final clip from our 6th and concluding episode, which is part of, and a small part of, the Battle of Yorktown. And in it, you'll be faced with a word called abattis, which are French. It's a French term to refer to the spiked logs that often protected the hastily built redoubts that are used to keep the enemy from attacking. or stopping that attack. And you'll also hear from a man in the very last moments of the clip reel named Johann Ewald. He is a German mercenary soldier, a captain who we have been following from the beginning of the film all the way through, and he has been, for the most part, openly contemptuous of the rebels, as the British and the Germans call us, the Patriot cause, until he is part of the surrender. So I hope you enjoy this. We're so happy that you're here. I hope that this wets your whistle and you'll be interested in watching this on PBS or streaming it at pbs.org as well for free starting November 16th. Thank you all for coming out.
Will last for generations to come. We're in the midst of the greatest preservation project we've ever done at Mount Vernon. I encourage you all to come back during the holiday season. Come back in 2026 and experience this place. The greatest gift you can give in this season of giving, after you've given to WETA and PBS, is a membership in Mount Vernon. I encourage you all to do that. Now, let's give this incredible crew, we have the three directors here, Ken Burns, Sarah Botstein, David Schmidt here with me. And wasn't that incredible what you just saw? You're going to be able to tell people you were here at Mount Vernon when this incredible gift, this great piece of art, was launched into the world. Now at Mount Vernon we do a tradition from the 18th century where we give 3 cheers, and I will yell the hip hip and you yell huzzah. So let's give a great 3 cheers to Ken Burns' team, the American Revolution, and the story of George Washington and the American Revolution. Hip hip, huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah! Thank you all for being here tonight. The concessions are still open. You don't all have to leave immediately and buy a membership.
Thank you very much for withstanding this little bit of rain. I just want to reiterate, in case you didn't hear, that Johann Ewald said, who would have thought 100 years ago that out of this multitude of rabble could arise a people who could defy kings?